Hey guys, morning. Welcome to episode 1 of The Cut. Um, as I said in episode 0, or kind of the prologue to this series, I actually started taking my calories down yesterday, and I actually finished like way under, like 700 calories under. Um, yeah, so actually I had about 1,000 calories left, about 53 grams of fat, 154 grams of carbs left, but I hit my protein target. So, but that'll happen some days. You'll be under, I'll be under, and then there'll be days where you're over. So it'll all balance out in the end. So don't get too hung up on trying to eat to hit your mark. I'd definitely focus on getting that protein goal, and then the carbs and fats, put them in there to appease your appetite as needed. Today, though, I weighed in 226 or so, as you saw. It's 3 pounds heavier than when I weighed yesterday. Weird, right? That's why you can't trust your weight always as the best indicator of progress, especially not day to day. You need to really look at it over a longer period of time, looking at a trend. Likely that's because I ate the majority of my calories yesterday at night, and it's just still sitting. So I'm probably carrying that weight from my food and the water I drank and the liquids I drank into this morning, because it's only like 4:30 and I went to bed at like 11:30. So this morning, though, I'm getting started with a workout. It's shoulders and triceps. So I'm going to show you guys that, of course, after this clip. But real quick, before my workout, the first thing I'm going to eat today is actually going to be some pre-workout stuff. So in here, I've got BCAAs, amino energy from Optimum Nutrition, some caffeine, some BCAAs. I think overall there's like 10 calories in here, I think, for 2 scoops. And then I've got about a 5-ounce banana, so some carbs pre-workout, help get that pump, you know. And just in general, there's not probably any harm you're going to do to yourself by trying to center most of your carbohydrates throughout your day around physical activity, since that's really where you're going to need the carbs to fuel yourself. Should that scare you away from eating carbs any other times? No, it's just, I think, a strategic move. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go work out. Hey guys, so I just finished up my workout, as you can see, with shoulders and triceps. Did some pressing, some lateral raises, skull crushers, basic stuff. Going for the main goal being maintaining volume, good tempo on my reps, shorter than most people's rest period, so 60 to 90 seconds. Yeah, it's a good workout. It's about 5:30, 5:45. So now I'm probably gonna go inside, eat something post-workout, probably just a protein shake. That's usually kind of my go-to breakfast. And then put in some work on Freeborn training systems, business, and clients, and then be on to the day job. So I will catch up with you guys. Real quick too, little pro tip. If you're someone who has to work out in the morning, I work out in the morning primarily when I feel like I want to, when I didn't stay up super late, and again, just more than anything to relieve my anxiety at the end of the workday to get home on time. But pro tip, if you're someone who has to work out in the morning, 2 things I would definitely recommend doing. Take a hot shower. I know, why would I take a shower before I'm gonna get sweaty? It'll make a world of difference in how your workout goes. And then second thing is, make sure you extend your warm up a little bit. So take that hot shower, and if you normally spend 5 minutes warming up, take that out to 8, maybe 10 minutes. Your body's gonna thank you, your joints are gonna thank you, and you're gonna have a much better workout. So give that a try. And now I'll catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, so this is the protein powder that I'm using currently. I've used it for like the last 3 or 4 years. I've tried stuff over that course of that time intermittently, but I feel like for the price, for the quality, the nutrient profile, it's a pretty good deal. And it comes Amazon Subscribe and Save. It's convenient, and it works for me. So tastes great. So if you're looking for a protein, give it a try. Dynamize Nutrition Elite Gourmet. I'm gonna do 2 scoops, and then I'll probably add in some carbohydrates. Probably maybe do another banana and a couple Greek yogurts. I was so under on my calories yesterday by, like I said, close to almost 1,000 calories, I think, that I think I need to eat one last thing before I go to work to get closer to my targets at least. So, and keep that rate of weight loss at a much more beneficial, realistic level. The more rapid your weight loss is, typically, even if you're eating the appropriate proportions of nutrients, typically the more rapid, the more weight you're going to lose in terms of lean mass, and the slower the rate of weight loss, the more you optimize towards maintaining as much muscle and losing mostly fat. So it's just kind of a good rule of thumb. You want to basically be in the smallest deficit that still allows you to lose weight. 1, for that reason we just talked about, but 2, also so that you still have somewhere to go when your weight loss inevitably plateaus or stops, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna mix this up and then take a shower, finish getting ready, make some coffee, get my son Cal, hold him, and do some work, put in some hustle, and yeah, so hope you guys are enjoying episode 1 of The Cut so far. Filling up my protein shaker on top of a baby bath because hashtag dad life. you gotta weigh your bananas. Pretty simple. Get a food scale. It'll help you out a ton. It really doesn't take as much time, and it's not as obsessive as people often make it out to be. So about 5 ounces again, about 30 grams of carbs. So that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have my protein shake, 2 light and fit Greek yogurt. The macros on these, the calories are fantastic. Yeah, great option for most people, regardless of fat loss, muscle building. It's a good option for a snack. And then the banana, so make for a convenient breakfast. In reality, before I started working kind of an 8 to 5, standard 8 to 5, and I was training people in person and wasn't, you know, just hustling for online training business, I actually used to always cook and make breakfast, eggs, bacon, some toast, and hopefully I want to get back to that point where I have a much more like large whole food breakfast, because I enjoy that. I think it gives me the best start to my day. Right now in the mornings, I'm trying to maximize that amount of time before work to really work on my business, spend time with my son, which means I want my meal to be more convenient, which means it can be a little bit more processed, a little bit more prepackaged, and I'm perfectly fine with the trade-off there, because I still get the proper proportions and amounts of nutrients. So, which is ultimately the most important thing. Yes, quality is important, guys, but quantity I think comes first in that equation. So this is what I'm going with this morning. So I'll catch up with you guys. I really hope that doesn't become like my thing where at the end of every clip I say, I'll catch up with you guys. I'm gonna try hard not to do that, but if I do, I apologize. Quick update, getting ready to head to work, 7:45 a.m. After everything I've logged this morning, I'm sitting at 69 protein, 102 carbs, 4.8 fat, and 682 calories. So I'm looking good. Still got a large part of the day to go, but I won't eat a lot for the next 8 hours or so, because I'll be at work. So I will just probably do a couple protein bars at lunch, and then I'll consume kind of the rest of my nutrients and calories towards the end of the day / post jiu-jitsu. So that'll be how we do it. So I'll see you guys at lunch. Hey guys, so I'm currently at work at the day job, getting ready to have lunch. It's and I'm gonna have 2 pure protein bars. It's a really good option for me because it's quick, it's easy, gets me the nutrients I need and the calories I need, but it helps me get out of work on time without taking that hour lunch break and maybe having work that takes me past the time I'm supposed to leave. So that's why I do protein bars at lunch. Yeah, so I'll see you guys when I get home. I will catch up with you guys then, probably for a pre-jiu-jitsu meal or snack. I haven't decided yet. I might push my big meal for the night after jiu-jitsu, so we'll see. But I'll see you guys then. Bye. Hey guys, I just got home from the day job, so now it's actually time to like start the real day, so to speak. So that means a little bit of hustling for Freeborn training systems and getting content created, hanging out in the garage gym, filming videos, responding to emails, doing that kind of thing, writing programs, and then in addition I've got jiu-jitsu tonight at 7:30. So how this relates to my cut. Right now, as of today, it's about 450, and I'm sitting at 111 grams of protein, 136 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat. It's a higher carb day, lower fat day, and I'm sitting at a grand caloric total of 1,067 calories. So I need to get to 2,880 calories. So I've still got a little ways to go. However, I really don't want to eat a big meal before I go to jiu-jitsu practice at 7:30. So I'm gonna do a smaller meal, which will probably get me somewhere between, up to somewhere between, I don't know, between 13 and 1600 calories for the day. And then after jiu-jitsu, I'll get home about 9 o'clock, and I'll finish out my calories and my nutrients then, or get as close as I can. Because I was really quite a bit under yesterday, and I'd like to get a little bit closer today. Just like we talked about earlier, you want to try to be in the smallest caloric deficit possible, and I started off with a pretty aggressive calorie deficit, a moderately aggressive, at 20% of what I was eating. You know, and I'll make tweaks based on how quickly I'm losing weight, but that seemed like a good place to start for me, and kind of my history of where I've started fat loss and cuts before. So that's where I'm at. And then also I've got a pack this evening, so I'll be up probably a little later than normal. We're traveling to visit some family, so I'll have a little bit of extended time in the evening to get those nutrients and calories in. So yeah, I feel good. I feel good that I'm sitting this late in the day with more than half my calories still to go, so I feel good about that. It is crazy though how, you know, today at the day job, it was actually a pretty slow day, semi-slow. There was just a lot of bottlenecks. It's funny how when you don't have things to do, you start looking for things that will change your emotional state or take your mind off things. And a lot of times I think for people that's hand to mouth, and that's feeding and eating. Yeah, I think there's probably just a lot of excess calories consumed for a lot of people that come from boredom or lack of engagement. So I find that I think less about my hunger and my appetite, or less about my food. I mean, you want to think about your nutrition, you want to think about your food, but it seems like I'm less focused on it when I have other things to work on and do, which makes sense. I mean, if I'm focused on those things, I'm not going to be focused on the fact that I'm cutting and I only have so many calories to eat and blah, 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 blah. But I think that's a really practical tip that not enough people use. So if you are cutting or plan to be cutting or losing weight or trying to lose fat, I would do it around a really busy season. I know it sounds weird, but I would. So yeah. I am going to now go out into the garage to make some more content for all you jacked and fit dudes out there, or dudes who want to be jacked and fit, or want to be more jacked and fit, so you guys have some stuff to take your fitness to the next level. So, and if you guys ever like have suggestions on what you'd like my content to center around, like what are the particular specific questions you have, like comment below in this video, or email me, steven@freeborntrainingsystems.com, or Snapchat, steven.freeborn, Instagram stories. Just get at me, let me know, and I'd be happy to address it. I'd even be happy to jump on a phone call with just you and talk to you as an individual. You know, but I'd be happy to make, if it's something I feel like can benefit the entire Freeborn Training Systems nation, you know, I would be happy to make a video about it too. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll show you guys what I end up having as a snack in a little bit before jiu-jitsu. So I'll see you then. Hey guys, I know that clip you just saw was silent and short. That's okay. My wife and my son came home. My son was kind of fussy, so I made that cut the audio out of there, and just wanted to give you guys a picture of what it was I ended up eating as that snack slash meal, which I kind of landed on something kind of in between the two. What you saw there was basically 5 ounces of sliced chicken breast, 2 slices of mozzarella cheese, and 1 sandwich thin. And then I put salt and pepper, a little bit of Ott honey mustard dressing, probably about 3 tablespoons. So Ott honey dressing
honey mustard dressing really isn't the best as far as macros and calories. I think 3 tablespoons is like 210 calories, but it's good. I like it, and I have the carbs and I have the calories, so I allotted for it. That was roughly about 600 calories or so, which is kind of what I was shooting for, somewhere between 3 and 6, whether I went with a kind of a snack versus a full-blown meal. That was probably closer to a full-blown meal than it was a snack. But yeah, so now I'm going to go to jiu-jitsu. So I'm well fueled for that. I'll be able to make it through it. Practice good. I'll come back home. My wife is going to be making, we're using some HelloFresh meals. We've been testing out their subscription service and just seeing how it works, and particularly for me, I'm looking at whether or not it's a good option for some of my clients who are busy dudes who want to learn to cook and who want to develop that skill, but necessarily don't want to take all the time that goes into prepping for cooking. So we're testing that out tonight. We're going to have a rockfish piccata, I think is the name of it. So that'll be good. It comes in a 2-person serving thing, so I think a serving comes in 2 servings, 1 serving per person. Each serving is about 650 calories, about 70 carbohydrates, I think like 35 protein, and then there's some fat in there. My wife typically will take 1/3, and I'll typically take 2/3, or I'll probably take a half and leave some left over. But that way it's kind of proportioned to both of our needs nutritionally, because it wouldn't make sense if my wife was eating the same amount of food I was. We have very different nutritional needs based on our body composition, physical activity, all that good stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of like, I know that's coming up after jiu-jitsu, and then I'm probably still going to be short though, because I'm about 1,200 calories under, quite a few carbs, quite a few protein to go, about half of my fat left to go. So I'll have some room in there for something else, and it'll primarily be something that's high protein, high carb, and kind of low fat. I might leave enough fat in there for a couple glasses of whole milk, because I love milk, and so I've got to make sure my fat stays low enough to allot for that. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go choke some people out. I'll catch up with you guys after. Hey guys, last clip of the very first episode. Well, yeah, it's the first episode because the other episode is more like a prologue, so to speak. Episode 0. This is episode 1. This will be the last clip. It's like 11:30 at night. I want to get this episode edited, uploaded to YouTube, get the thumbnail made, all that good stuff. So the last thing I am going to consume, I guess, today is going to be 2 cups of whole milk, and that's going to take me basically right up to my calories. It's going to take my let me just kind of tell you guys where I ended up for the day. So I ended up at 235 grams of protein, which is a little bit over my target, about 10 grams. I ended up at 294 grams of carbohydrates, which is about 6 grams above my target, and then
fat I was under, so I was at about 80, and my target was 92. So overall, I'm still under my calories by 100 calories or so, which is fine. I'd rather on a high carb day go a little over on my carbs and be under on my fat, because I'll make up that difference in carbohydrates when I go to a lower carb day, eat more fats, cut back on the carbs. That's typically on days where I don't lift weights. It's kind of how I've got that structured. Yeah, so I'm gonna drink those last 2 cups of milk right before I go to bed. Go to bed on a full stomach, sleep good. Get this edited, get it up so you guys can watch it. And then I've got some buddies coming over. Well, I guess one buddy now, but we've got a thing to lift every Saturday together. But since we're traveling, I moved it to Friday morning before work. So one of my buddies is gonna come train in the morning with me. So you'll see I'm actually gonna start another series, basically like morning lifts with friends, which is basically just me setting up a camera, recording our lift and our conversation. That'll be separate. But you guys will get to see a little bit of that because I'll be filming for episode 2 of The Cut tomorrow. So far, I feel like it's gone good. It's really the second day, I guess. Definitely, I felt it at jiu-jitsu. I was tired. I was sleepy on the way there. I was sleepy during practice until we actually got to the actual training and rolling part. So being in a bit of a deficit does make a difference in terms of my energy levels, but that's to be expected. So you just have to kind of give and take some. When your goals change, you're gonna have to adjust your expectations a little bit. You can't always have your cake and eat it too, and you can't just keep adding and adding and adding. If you move something up in your priority, so fat loss, muscle gain, whatever it is, and that changes your nutrition, that has to take priority for a little bit, and everything else is going to kind of take a back seat, and that's okay. That's the ebb and flow. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with today. I'm glad I got a little bit closer to my actual targets versus yesterday. I was pretty low, but today was much better, so that's good. Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Like I said, first episode. I don't really know how this will evolve over the next 12 weeks, but this is kind of the idea I had in mind. I would love your guys' input and feedback. Do you like the videos? Do you want me to expand more on a particular area? Do you want to see more detail about what it is I'm actually eating? And do you want me to talk more about why those things and why those amounts? Do you want more specifics on my training instead of just like a little brief, fast, clip together, section of clips, kind of showing a set of each exercise we did? Just let me know. I'd be happy to iterate on this and make it the show or the series that's going to bring you guys the most value and help you the most, because I'm just documenting what I'm doing on a daily basis, and I want to make sure I'm documenting the stuff that's going to help you the most. So let me know. Steven at freeborntrainingsystems.com. You can always email me. You can comment below, and you can get at me on social media. So reach out. Other than that, the one ask I have of you guys is if you like these videos, please share them with a friend, especially any dudes you know who want to get jacked and fit. And then like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, because there will be more episodes, like 80 something more. So you'll want to be notified when I publish the next episode. So subscribe to do that. I'll be back with more. So until then, have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later.